Good morning, students. So in our last class, we discussed about absolute maximum and absolute minimum, isn't it? So in this type of question, actually what given, a function given to us, and with this function, a closed interval given to us. And if the closed interval given to us, then easily we can apply there the absolute maximum and absolute minimum method, isn't it? So now here, with related to this, today here we have to discuss one more example. And if you see the example is here given like in this way, and the question is given, find the absolute maximum and absolute minimum values of a function f given by fx equal to 12x to the power 4 by 3 minus 6x to the power 1 by 3. And here the interval is given, the closed interval is given in between minus 1 and 1, isn't it? Now in this case, if you see the function here, fx equal to 12x to the power 4 by 3. So at first, what you have to do, you have to write here, this one is given. If you write here fx equals to this one, we have to write down the function, and the function is 12x to the power 4 by 3 and minus of 12x to the power 4 by 3 minus of 6x to the power 1 by 3 minus of 6x to the power 1 by 3, and here the interval is given in between minus 1 and 1, isn't it? So now here all of you know what you have to do. We have to differentiate the result here, this function. So that's why if you differentiate this one with respect to x, so that's why here we have to write f dash of x equals to, so in this case 12 is the constant term, so if we take this one is 12 outside, then it is of the form x to the power n. So what is the formula of x to the power n into x to the power n minus 1. So that's why here in this case we have to write here 4 by 3 x to the power 4 by 3 minus of 1. I hope all of you understood this one, n into x to the power n minus 1. Similarly here, if you write this one is 6 is the constant term, and again the same formula if we apply here, then in this case we get here 1 by 3 x to the power 1 by 3 minus of 1. Is it clear? This one is the n into x to the power n minus 1. So if you calculate this one, you see here 3 cancel with 12 here, 4 4 that means 16. In this case we get 16, and here x to the power. If you see here 4 by 3 minus 1, taking LCM 3, then what we get here 4 minus 3, that means 1. Ultimately here we write 1 by 3 minus of, in this case if you calculate this one, 6 cancel by 3, that means here remain 2, and here x to the power. So x to the power 1 by 3 minus 2 by 1 by 3 minus 1. If you take LCM 3, so 1 minus 3, that means minus 2. Ultimately here we get minus 2 by 3. Is it clear? 2 into x to the power minus 2 by 3. So now in this case, this one we write here 16x to the power 1 by 3 minus of this one we get here 2 divided by x to the power 2 by 3. You see, because x to the power minus 2 by 3 is there, so that's why we write here x to the power 2 by 3. So now in this case, if we take LCM now here, if we take LCM, this one is the LCM we get here x to the power 2 by 3. So this LCM is here 2 by 3, so this x to the power 1 by 3 we have to multiply with x to the power 2 by 3. So that means this one is 16 here. So here you see the base is same, x base is same, so we add the power, so that means 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3. So 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3, that means if you taking LCM 3, then 1 plus 2 3, ultimately 3 cancel, what will remain? Simply here remain x to the power 1, that means x, minus in the second case here we get this one is what, x to the power 2 by 3, x to the power 2 by 3 cancel, ultimately here remain 2. You see, so 16x minus 2 here we get, isn't it? So this one we get here after differentiating this one f dash of x. So f dash of x equal to, here we get 16x minus of 2 divided by x to the power 2 by 3, isn't it? So now here, after that what you have to do? We have to find out the critical point. So in this case, when we have to find out the critical point, what you have to write? Now f dash of x equals to, now f dash of x equals to 0. We write here f dash of x equals to 0, and in place of this f dash of x we have to put this value. So 16x minus 2 divided by x to the power 2 by 3 equals to 0. And now here x to the power 2 by 3, if we cancel, then here simply remains 16x minus 2 equals to 0. And from here what we get? X equal to If you shift 2 divided by 16, ultimately here we get x equal to 1 by 8. So in this case, we get here x equal to 1 by 8, is not it? So the critical points are here 1 by 8 you get, and with this, the interval is given what? Minus 1 to 1. So that means here the interval is given minus 1 to 1. This one is the interval, is not it? So interval is minus 1 to 1, this one, and with this, the critical point, one more critical point here you get 1 by 8. So 1 by 1 you have to put here. So when, first of all, when the first critical point x equal to, if suppose you put minus 1, then f of what you have to write? Minus of 1. F of minus of 1 we have to write, and f of minus 1 equal to what? 12 minus 1 to the power 4 by 3 minus of 6 minus 1 to the power 1 by 3. If you put this one, then this result we get here. F of minus 1 equals to 12 minus 1 to the power 4 by 3 as well as minus 6 minus 1 to the power 1 by 3. And if you calculate this one, and here what we get, the answer is 8 or 6. Minus here we get plus. So ultimately 12 plus 6, 18 here we get. This one is 18. So second thing, when x equals to, when you put x equals to 1 by 8. So x equals to, when you put 1 by 8, where we have to put? Again the given function. So this one you have to write f of 1 by 8. So f of 1 by 8 means 12 into 1 by 8 to the power 4 by 3 minus of 6 into 1 by 8 to the power 1 by 3. And if you calculate this result, then the answer here we get how much? Minus 9 by 4. Is it clear? So this one we get here minus 9 by 4. So you have to calculate this one, and then we get here minus 9 by 4. And finally, the last one is when x equal to 1. When x equal to 1, if you put, the endpoint is 1 here. So if you put 1 here, what we get? So f of 1. So f of 1 equals to, this one we have to write 12 into 1 to the power 4 by 3 minus of 6 into 1 to the power 1 by 3. And in this case, what we get? 12 minus 6, isn't it? So that means here the answer we get 6. So the endpoints are minus 1 and 1, and the critical point we get 1 by 8. So from these three results, which one is the maximum value? So obviously 18 is the maximum value. And which one is the minimum value? Minimum value is minus 9 by 4. So I hope all of you understood this one. So in this way, actually we have to solve maximum, absolute maximum and absolute minimum questions. Is it clear? Okay.